quiz I did it during City Hall. Everybody else was looking at heart.
Maybe I should circle my answers. And write them down.
It's the first thing I do every time I do it.
I usually do, but since I never turn them in, I just don't write my name.
Ready? One, there's a minimum at 3 negative 1/2, and a max at 6, 7. 2, minimum at 8/3, negative 67/27, and no max.
Why is it not? Oh, it's not in the. Oh.
Oh,
It's not in
zero.
the. Yeah, it's not in the interval.
3, there are no minima.
I have a question.
Yes?
On the quiz, if we write a max and there's no max, do we get counted off for that?
Can you explain why there's no minimum in 3?
Wait.
I had 1, 0. Is it because 0 has a bracket next?
That one is complicated. We'll have to graph that one to
Okay.
see, actually.
Is there going to be like one like that on the quiz?
It's complicated.
I'll be lenient. Okay. There's a max at 0, 1.
I have 0 root 3.
I'm not sure you're getting that. If you put 0, did you put it into the original?
I have no idea.
It'd be the square root of 1, which is just 1. If you put it.
Where the heck did I get 3 from?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and stop and do that one right now. Why don't you graph that in your calculator?
My calculator is dead.
I'll show you.
I tried to look for the one that I had at home like that, and I can't find it now.
Really? Does
Yeah.
Spencer have it maybe?
I don't know why you would have it. No. This helpful.
Uh-huh.
Am I allowed to use your calculator on the quiz tomorrow? Because mine doesn't like charge. I can't find mine like
This one
that.
right now.
Okay. See if I can figure out how to work it.
Do I need to change my window if I just have half a line?
Why do you think we just have half a line?
Because there's no minimum.
Because why?
No. Because it's... I don't know.
Oh, crap. Go back.
I can guess.
Oh, where's the delete button?
Because it's... I got nothing.
I just did it again.
Because you can't take the square root of a negative number.
Oh, crap.
And since it's negative x,
And so anything greater than 1
will be a negative then.
would be a negative. And so the graph doesn't go past positive 1. Which is why 1 cannot be a minimum, because it's on the end. Even though that's not a boundary that you were given,
Mm-hmm.
it is the end of the graph. The graph stops there. It wasn't the boundary that you were given, but it's the end of the graph.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
I think so.
I clicked graph and it didn't show it.
Here, look at this one.
So wait, there's no minimum for this one?
Right.
I hate calculators.
If I press zoom fit, would that be the right one to do?
Or just do standard.
Standard, okay. Because right now it's just a big long diagonal.
I'm not sure who was using that last and what we were doing, but still,
Yeah.
maybe we didn't type it in right.
I think I'm calculator challenged. Oh wait, I don't think I did. I put raise the 2/3 instead of the 1/2.
No, you put 1/2, but you need to
I
put
did?
1/2.
I redid it.
You need to put.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was
Oh, well, you need to put 1/2 in parentheses.
Okay.
Because this is raising it to the 1 and then multiplying it by 2.
I've been doing that wrong the whole time. Okay.
Is this what your graph looks like?
Yeah, but I didn't put 1/2 parentheses.
Your calculator might automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, yours automatically raises it up here.
Okay.
I
But
know
that one
calculators.
doesn't.
Okay.
It all depends. Yeah. Okay. So, any other questions about 3?
Not other than I can't do math. Wait, no, wait. Why was there not a minimum?
Because the function is a square root function. I mean, it's to the 1/2, but that's like the square root, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't take the square root of a negative number. Correct?
Right.
So, anything bigger than 1 for an x would give you a negative number underneath the square root sign. So the graph stops at 1. And so since that's the end of the graph, it can't be a minimum.
Okay.
Okay. 4, there's minimum at 0, -1, and there's no max. 5, there's a minimum at 0, -3, and a max, I think we did that one together, a max at 8/3, 175/27. 6, there's a minimum at -4, 8/3, and a max at 0, 0.
Which one was the max? The 4 8/3, or was that the min?
That was the minimum. The
Why
max is at,
I had them
minimum?
flipped.
Yeah. Because 0 is smaller than 8/3.
yes. Okay.
Stop making any sense.
Stop and graph it. Stop and graph it. I think maybe you should graph all of these when you do it.
We're gonna have
So-
time to graph them and
I don't
do
know.
all of them.
Maybe I'll have to shorten it a little. For the relative ones, you can't do it that way.
And like see which one's bigger or smaller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I sort of forgot to remind you of that yesterday. Because it, do you guys have the graph?
No.
That's not what it looks like.
I put parentheses -x squared parentheses divided by 3x plus 6.
Did you put the 3x plus 6 in parentheses?
I'm graphing the
No,
wrong
is that one
one.
you- Should I just assume that everything needs parentheses?
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Wait. What? What's your...
Whoa.
Let me see. Yes. Is that what yours
Here.
looks like?
No, I'm calculator challenged. That's why I hate using
Whoa.
calculators.
It's because you put the wrong problem.
Well, I know. I cleared that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so do you see why even though -4 8/3 is a higher y value, that is the local minimum or relative minimum for that
Because
point?
it's going down?
Because it's the bottom of that curve in that spot. And 0, 0 is the relative max because it's the highest point of the other curve that goes down.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Let me just sketch them.
Okay, I just don't see the. numbers with the graph.
So it basically does something like this and then like this, right?
Mhm.
So this point, even though it's higher on the y, is the lowest point of this curve. And so these are relative min and max or local min and max, not for the whole function. And so this is the minimum of this curve.
Okay.
And this is a maximum of this curve.
So for relative minimum maximum, we should always graph them.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
So Skylar, you need to get your graphs figured out. Or how to use the calculator to your advantage.
I don't think a calculator will ever to be to my advantage. I'm so challenged with technology.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
I do everything.
Did you guys have 0, 0? You just had the min and max switch? Okay.
Yeah.
7, there's a min at 1, -6, and there's no max.
Yay.
How did you figure that out, Skylar?
Well, I had 1 -6, but I tried to graph it. But
You didn't write if it was a min or a max?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll
But
make sure that you
I
feel better.
just tried to graph this graph, but then it showed me the same graph that we just
I
did.
think. Wait. Okay. Y equals this. You have to clear it. Okay. Try again. 2x parenthesis or parenthesis 2x.
I have to put parentheses.
I don't know. Minus.
When in doubt, put a parentheses.
There you go.
You have it?
Mhm.
Yes? Okay. We'll just make sure that you feel better about that before you leave today. Alright, did I say 7? Yes?
Yep.
Okay. 8, there's a min at -4, 0, and there's no max. 9 is -21/4. 10 is 4/3. 11 is -2 minus the square root of 5.
I had a question.
Yeah, I have a question on that one.
Just kept
11?
going and
Yeah. Yeah, I have so much work, but I don't even
get it to simplify. It just kept getting bigger.
say.
Okay. Alright.
I don't like it.
It's never ending problem.
I was like,
And the rest of them were really easy. I think I'm doing something wrong.
like number 12 is like so easy compared to like 11. 11 of
I don't understand.
Okay, so first let's
Plus I think I was
do.
running out of your paper.
So ugly.
It's like right here. Drawing like mountains.
Right? So then you found the slope. 3 minus over -3 minus. So slope is negative 115? Yes? Okay. Then we find the
I got
derivative.
that.
What?
I said yes, I got that. This is like the quadratic formula had such
Kept
big
going on.
numbers in it.
And then you had to like FOIL factor out.
Okay. Bottom
I don't think I even got to quad.
times the derivative of the top minus top times the derivative of the bottom all over.
I got the derivative to be negative 12x over 3x plus 6 squared. That's what I got for the derivative.
Hold on.
I already see something I did wrong because I magically got times 3 times 1 and got 6.
Is that what you got for the derivative?
I messed up my negative sign.
Where?
I had a negative 3x squared, so then I had negative 9x squared.
Ah,
So that made it different.
okay. So now we set them equal. Negative 115 equals and we might as well multiply this out. So we'll have to do 3x plus 6 times 3x plus 6. So so 9x squared plus 30x, or 36x plus 36. And a 3, why don't we fix that right now? Cause this could be, why don't we take out, so negative 3 times x squared. Yeah, let's do it like that. X squared plus 4x over 3 times 3x squared plus 12x plus 12. We could even, yeah. We could take a 9 out of that. And then just have x squared plus 4x plus 4. And so then it would just be, I don't know if I really wanted to do that. Okay, so negative 115 equals, that would become 1/3. So negative x squared plus 4x over 3 times
I know, I erased half of my stuff.
so then cross multiply and you got negative 3 times equals negative 15 times. And then I'd probably divide out the negative 3 first and and that will help with the bigger numbers too. This is long, huh?
It would take half the time for the test. So then would we, then do we have to bring the x's all to ones?
Is everybody with me right now? Yes? Yes, then we have to. So then I would probably, at this point, I would distribute that. So since that's 5, then I would probably move all these over. So 0 equals 4x squared plus 16x minus 4.
Wait, how did you?
Yes?
I didn't.
It doesn't mean it's wrong. It doesn't
I'm
mean.
gonna continue to run because I don't get what you're doing.
Did you get this at the end?
I haven't finished what I did yet.
Okay. And then you could factor 4 out of that. And then you have to use the quadratic formula. Yikes, huh? And one of those. Whew.
What's going on in there? That's really creepy.
Good question. Did you get it?
Yeah, eventually.
Is everybody good?
Let's
Okay.
just not have one of those.
I just love problems like that. I don't know.
I do, but then I hit a point where I'm like, it's too long, I think I did something wrong, and then I go back and check everything.
But the
I
negative
get to
2,
the point where my brain hurts and I'm just like, I don't care anymore.
negative 2 plus the square root of 5 would not be in the interval, which is why we have to rule that one out, and it would be negative 2 minus square root of 5. Okay? Alright. Twelve is negative 4.
I did not
Comparatively
get
speaking,
negative 4.
that's. Oh, you didn't? What did you get
I
for
got-
the derivative? That was much simpler.
I got x plus 3 is my derivative.
That's correct. And what did you get for the slope?
I got negative 1/2.
It's -1. What did you get when you put in -6?
9/2.
Correct. What did you get when you put in -2?
5/2.
That's where your problem is. It should be oh wait,
I got 1/2.
yeah, 1/2. I did something quick and short, so I left it as -4 and 9/2. So, but it worked out since the other one was 9/2. But yeah, it would be 1/2.
It should be -2 1/2. Or the slope is 1/2.
-2.5.
Because it should be 2 minus 6 plus 9/2, right? If you put in a -2. -2 squared would be +4. +4 divided by 2 would be 2. Minus the 6 and then plus the 9/2.
When I put it in my calculator, I did 2 plus 6 plus.
Minus 6.
That's what.
Did you get -4? Olivia?
Yeah, I got this one right. I just was trying to do it again in my calculator, because when I have to plug in the endpoints and I do it on my calculator, I always get the wrong answer. It's like
a matter
when I
of
do it in
how
my
you
head.
put it in.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out how I did it wrong in the calculator.
When things are being squared in the calculator, you have to put whatever it is. If it's a negative, you have to put it in parentheses before you square it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will just take the number and square it and leave it the negative in the front.
Okay.
Skylar, have you found your error?
Yeah, I
Okay.
fixed it.
Yes?
Like I said, I just can't do simple math.
I just want to make sure you see it. Are you good now?
Yeah.
Then? Yes? Okay. Alright, 13 is increasing from 1 to infinity and decreasing from -infinity to 1. I think we did them together. 14 is increasing from -infinity to -1 and from -1 to infinity, and there are no, it's not decreasing anywhere. Yes? Okay. 15, is there's no increasing intervals and it's decreasing from -infinity to infinity.
I put -infinity to 6 and 6 to infinity.
That's
Is
okay.
okay?
And 16 is increasing from 0 to 2 and decreasing from -infinity to 0 and from 2 to infinity. Okay. Alright, I did make another review that's the same as this one, but